experiment. But here, our first match is going to be Jules versus AK, and here we have Jules right now. So do you have anything more to say about this guy, apart from the fact that he's just a really good Tekken player, Poch?
I think I could say that in so many other ways, but for us to kind of encapsulate his play style in just one sentence is not giving him justice, because he's got layers. You saw that we did say he's defensively sound, but he's also offensively there with that Devil Jin and Kazuya. But he's going up against AK, who I would say is the master of these chaos situations. And you know, I would also say this, I don't want to make this a term. Yeah, it's must-see Tekken. When AK comes in, he did put the map for the Philippines, and he has been carrying the country on his shoulders. And for Jules to really cement himself, to really cap off his year as the year that he emerged, would be if he's able to take out AK. Because in recent tournaments, aka Rev Major, he was able to knock out AK, and he was able to claim the championship of Rev Major. But you know what? AK also has some wins over Jules, so this is really a back and forth. It really depends on what versions of themselves are coming out. We are seeing a new surgence of characters when it comes to Jules, but AK has still been sticking with the old reliable Shaheen.
That is really true. And you know, I also love the story that comes around when we talk about Jules, and when we transition to online tournaments, right? Jules struggled quite a bit regarding online tournaments, simply because he wasn't used to it. He's always offline air day, all day air day, right? And then this dude just started winning tournaments. He started winning matches, and then started experimenting more with different characters, and it's a whole different Jules that we've seen right now. As for AK, he's been doing this for years. He's been playing. He played online quite a lot, but not as much. But then, you know, people find him in ranked matches, and then they screenshot, "Yo, look who I found!" Right? So the story between Jules and AK's development in terms of online play is really, really cool.
Yeah, I think AK, because also AK was an offline advocate. He'd always just go to events. I think last year he just built a PC just so that he can compete online. And, you know, he's running into people. He's also streaming and creating content. And such two very wholesome players. I think their careers are kind of running in the same path. It's just that AK has been highlighted more than Jules. I think he's finally getting his time in the limelight, especially getting real big notable wins and getting real good placements in Evo and Rev Major. But this could really cap off his year on a high note. And now he brings out the big baddie. He brings out his Jin Kazama.
I would ask for nothing more. Of course, the Jin, the big boss of the Omega.
I would have to say, we're not lying, guys. See, we told you that he brings out he does main a Jin. We're not lying here.
Bring back our credibility, guys. Come on. Anyway,
yes,
getting into
Jules
the match.
listening to us. Nice block on the slide, and also this is sort of a mirror match of how they found each other in the winners finals in the previous online Masters of the Philippines, and AK did take it 3-0, so that's the context where we're seeing this situation. Now back to the action. Jules in a little bit of that life deficit, and AK liked to playing this a low poke run type of game, just frustrating the opponent, and Jules making sure he doesn't stare into the red too much. He's the bull, and AK is the matador. He doesn't want to play that game.
And Jules is slowly keeping Jules up against that wall, but you know, AK is trying to sidestep out of it. Hop kick out of nowhere, and Jules is going to get carried to the other side of the stage. This should be it.
Oh, and you're right. Didn't even need that second hit of that rising scorpion tail ender. And now Jules, yeah, starting things off pretty well, but AK able to collect the pieces, and now look at that. While he was sidewalking, goes for that, just out of nowhere hop kick. Now trying to set something up, trying to jump across, but now it's Jules' turn to try and get some damage on the board.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh, what a block on the hell sweep. AK is as aware as ever. This could be the round here. Yes, it will. AK so aware, Poch.
Yeah, he's just seeing, like, everything's in ones and zeros. He just knows what to pull, where Jules is going to be, and Jules still, like, trying to get warmed up in this matchup, because this is AK, this is his Shaheen. Jules has been using a variety of characters, and now this Jin Kazama is feeling the full wrath of AK. Nice defense on the side of AK, and now he's trying to push Jules towards this corner situation.
Okay, now despite the fact that AK is up against the wall, he knows how to get himself out of it. Jules, though, is doing a very good job in keeping him there, but the position switches this time around. They're at such a weird pace right now, but AK with a down forward 2, we're probably going to see wall, and this should be it. A no round brown for AK.
How intense was that AK sealed his victories with wall combos? You just saw how masterful he is in getting himself out of that wall situation, that Jules has to weigh the risk and reward. If I get out of this wall situation, I'm going to eat all these pokes. And you know, AK is just so masterful at just being at the right position at the right time and making the right calls too. All his hop kicks have landed. His conversions are on point, and this is actually the benefit of him not switching characters and still sticking with that Shaheen. This Shaheen has been warm since like his first match, so carrying it now. Jules, though, with that Jin, this is the first time he's bringing it out of the day. He's gonna have to warm it up and warm it up quick, because as you know it, when you blink against AK, he will already get that victory over you.
And this is such a different Jin playstyle compared to what we've seen before a few years back with, for Jules, because Jules has been so defensive, and now he's switching it up. He's incorporating a lot of offense to his game style and gameplay. And the reason why he's doing this a lot now, especially against AK, is because if you give AK breathing room, he will be comfortable, and he will be. He's gonna have a relaxed mindset. You know what? He's giving me space. I'm gonna do whatever I want. So that's obviously not what you want when you're fighting against AK. Now Jules makes the character switch.
The thing is, I think AK loves it when he goes up against a person that's going on the offense, because he just finds ways to open you up and punishes you accordingly. So let's see if the Bob switch is gonna change things up. Again, we call Bob the Mishima with the hop kick. Let's see if it'll pay off for Jules.
Okay, AK gets the slide in. And now Jules catches him with a crouch dash 1.
Reaps the reward here, now collects more damage. AK now fighting his way out of this wall situation, just tag in the legs of Jules, just try to make sure he's punishing him on the way out, but a low parry gets scored by Jules, and now it still tries to control the pace of this match. He is trying to find some openings. Wow, what a low crush there on that sequence. Oh, FF3. And now Jules misses that last hit, but goes for another low parry, creating his openings and getting the first round.
All right, now Jules had to struggle to get that round 1, though. Let's see if he can continue, but the whiff and the whiff punish from AK is ever so on point, and now Jules gets away from that situation, get away from the wall. That's a good decision.
AK is going to be a problem for everyone if he's going to keep landing. He's going to go in that Ultra Instinct mode and just find these openings, and he's been so on point. Now goes for the slide. Jules, not much life to work with, and AK working on a perfect. Nay, he did get a perfect. Wow, going for that vicious stomp, and now tying things up in terms of round. AK still just making sure that, you know what, this DF2 is ready for you if you want to close out that distance.
Compared to all the matches that we've seen from AK today, he's playing more compact this time because he knows how much of a threat Jules is. Low parry, that's a 3rd time today, if I remember correctly. Now Jules goes for the guaranteed damage, has AK up against the wall.
Uh-oh, AK now is in a tough spot to be in. Jules trying to control him. Nice block, couldn't pick up though. And the thing is with AK, it flubs a low slide. That will not discourage him. That will still be part of his arsenal. And Jules has to make sure that he doesn't get caught by those slides just to switch sides. AK though, just touching up the legs, down 4 after down 4, crunching noise that makes an AK in the life deficit. Away from the down 4, Jules able to punch accordingly with that zip cutter. And now not much time left. Jules able to punish, not much to work with. Nice down jab to interrupt. Jules is gonna run away with it. Tries to go for the raid dart, but Jules stuffs it and punishes accordingly. Jules in the lead in terms of rounds.
Yeah, there was nothing else AK could have done there apart from doing a Hail Mary rage art in which Jules was just super patient. I'm just going to block here. I'm not going to do anything. So yeah, super smart play from Jules.
Now he's trying to go for those orbitals and introduce that. Again, just peppering up the legs. But Jules had enough of it. Goes for the crouch dash 1. Gets a wall combo in the process. Now Jules, in his back is against the wall, and AK now is being pushed away from the wall for him to not be able to utilize it.
And AK is dangerously low right now. Better be very careful. Gets the proper punish, and AK has Jules up against the wall. Crucial stuff. One more hit, and Jules closes it out 1-1.
Wow, I think the Bob pick seems to be working out. This offensive Bob is definitely working out compared to the Jin. But kid, I want to ask you and pick your brain on what do you think Jules is doing with this Bob that he wasn't able to do with the Jin?
Well, you know, Bob kind of counts as a Mishima.
He does, yeah. He's the Mishima with a hop kick.
He's got a 1-1-2 that doesn't knock down. Yeah, it doesn't knock down. He's got a hell sweep. He's got a wave dash. He's got an omen. I don't know if that. He's got a. Yeah, right. I don't know if that counts. But then, like, yeah, Bob operates just like Mishimas, but then the way Jules is playing him right now, it's not. He doesn't play him like a Mishima. You know what I mean?
True. Like you don't see those signature moves. You just see more of like with punishing. He's using a lot of those crushing those sequences where he low crushes to stay away from the lows of that AK throws out. And yeah, Bob being I think Heihachi's favorite son. Like he's the Mishima that with a hot kick. And I don't know. He seems like the lost son. Lars? What? We don't have Lars here. We have Bob. And you know, I think AK has to go back to the drawing board. More often than not, AK will definitely go for that Howard estate. I don't think he's going to shift characters. Whenever rounds don't go his way, he wants to keep it at Howard estate, even to allow his opponent the benefit of those breakable walls. So Jules just needs to just still maintain this kind of pressure that he's applying on AK.
Yeah, but you know, if worse comes to worse for AK, there have been some cases where an AK would choose to go for Geese, and this is already there. Geese fake, ladies and gentlemen. The first that we've seen today. Foreshadowing.
Wow. Okay, going with the Geese early on. That means he doesn't want Jules to gain any momentum at all. So we have seen him switch to Geese a little too soon in the past. Then he goes back to the Shaheen. Let's see if this will pay off. It's going to be the Battle of the Blondes. Geese versus Bob. I think Jules knows that AK is about to bring out this Geese, so let's see how differently he approaches this match.
Yeah, let's see who the better blondie is in this match, because it's going to be a banger here. AK, though, almost pushed towards that wall, but Jules still playing very, very patiently this time, compared to all the matches that we've seen.
Whoa! You see that that crouch dash 1, able to stuff him from that eagle claw swipe. Now we see that AK does have the life deficit, and this is bad for AK because he was not able to farm that meter below that you see lower right side of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That meter powered by Astro, by the way. When you hear the chink sound, it's powered by Astro.
Yep, that's right. Oh, good block on the sidestep 3. Jules, again, so aware. The reactions are there, too. So good.
Yeah, Jules now just playing with a lot more confidence. Unwavering, but oh my god, just the movement on AK. And just like that, he sees some momentum, gains some meter as well. And now we see that Jules in a huge life deficit now.
Oh, sidestep, and he was looking for something. I'm not sure what, though, but AK is put in rage this time. A lot of extra damage here, fishing for that back 3, but Jules is not allowing him caught. AK ducking.
Yeah, Jules again. He loves the chaos because he knows that he can defend against it, and he was able to get that second round. Wow. Oh my god, nice low parry on the side of Jules. He just knows now, and it seems like the momentum has definitely shifted. AK does have a bar to utilize, but he's in this bad situation. Bob hell sweeps are coming out. Nice block on that low, but Jules was ready for that punish.
Sidestep 3, sidestep 3. Jules refuses to duck against the wall. He'd rather take the lows. Here we go. AK lower than half health. Jules, though, has to make a decision here. What is he gonna do? Get us away from the wall here. He can start ducking. Spends that meter, and he gets caught by the headbutt. One more hit could do it. What's AK gonna do? Oh, 1-1-2 from Jules.
Jules, man, just give him some time. Who knew that the big baddie wasn't the Jin Kazama, but the Bob? Bob is doing so much work. The speed and weight, ladies and gentlemen, that's the solution up against AK. If we look back at their previous matches, yeah, he did stick to that Jin Kazama. It did not work out in the previous online Masters, but now AK forced to go back to the drawing board. This Geese Howard, unfortunately, did not work out how he planned it. Might go to that Shaheen since this is a best of 5. It's 2-1. Yeah, it's not looking too good on the side of AK, but he could still turn things around. I really think going with that Shaheen, but he won't get that stage choice that he likes going for. He won't go. It's a random choice for him to even try to go for that Mishima Dojo that he's so Howard Estate that he likes going to.
That's true, but you know, I really do feel like he's not gonna go back to the Shaheen here simply because it feels like Jules already has a foothold on how AK uses Shaheen with Bob, right? So everything changes when Fire Nation attack. I'm kidding. Everything changes when he uses Geese, and it changes Jules' playstyle also. So, you know, Howard Estate might be the change that we're gonna see here today. But Poch, do you think a character switch is gonna happen? Do you think Shaheen's gonna come back? No?
I have a feeling Shaheen's gonna come back. I don't know. I just think when push comes to shove, he goes back to it. I think it was a good opportunity for him to test out the waters with Geese. But okay, well, you had a thought. You had a thought. I see the light bulb. What's up?
You know, a character that we completely forgot that existed in the arsenal of AK is Akuma.
Well, I was gonna say that too, but I think he seems to be more proficient with the Geese. But yeah, that's something that he could bring out. But Jesus Christ, you think he's gonna bring out the Akuma as the final hurrah here at the winners finals? Ooh.
Who knows, dude? Who knows?
That's gonna be painful if ever. You did mention that Akuma, but I guess it did slip our minds with the characters that he does use. And will he be going with it? Oh my God, you are right, kid. Wow, Akuma in an infinite stage. Jules just going through the gauntlet of all the characters that AK has. Wow, Rip would be disappointed. Dang it, AK, you said you'd stick with the Shaheen. How dare you?
At this point, it's for AK, it's when push comes to shove. All the characters have failed against Jules. This time it's Akuma, the final boss here. He has one last chance in the infinite stage too, so we're just gonna see how that pans out.
Oh yeah, these demon flips have been the death of so many people. Will Jules be part of that list? Now, oh my God, dive kicks while he's on the floor, and AK with a sizable lead here. Now Jules, Itatatsu as well as the DP, and now you see that AK just in cruise control here. Jules gonna have to stop this momentum and also stop him from farming that bar.
But the thing is, AK can just sit around and throw some Hadoukens because Jules needs to come up to him and catch up with health. Here we go. While standing 3 gets punished by Jules. And now he does have a 1 bar of meter. Jules has to be super careful about it. Oh my God.
Almost. Okay, tried to go for the chop there, but the hell sweep grants AK some rage. Both of them have rage, but AK scores the mid and now halts the momentum of Jules for the time being.
Alright, let's go. He's slowly building up to that other bar of meter though, so be very, very careful, Jules. 10 seconds have been spent. AK tries to get up. Oh, blocks it. Very good stuff from Jules.
Ooh, going for the people's elbow there, Jules. Making sure. Oh, nice block on that low. Has to make sure he has to be very careful for AK not to spend that meter. We've seen a lot of clips on YouTube just how your life bar can melt if Akuma does utilize that meter. Is FD8 seeing nice defense on the side of Jules, getting rid of that 1 bar. AK still looking for some offense. Nice duck. Oh, to the meat slicer. And Jules scores round number 2.
Yeah, it looks like Jules knew that the down 3 was coming because he has a meter. So, you know, Jules read him so perfectly well there. Let's see what AK does.
Yeah, the thing is, AK has levels. Oh my God, nice opening that Jules was able to create there with a crouch F1. AK, unable to continue that combo. Now we see that Jules is in a bit of a life deficit, but he can still turn things around as long as AK doesn't get that momentum and doesn't have that threat of that bar. Nice block on the low to the spinach uppercut on the side of Jules.
Down 4 after down 4. AK can't get too comfortable with that. We haven't seen a single FADC combo from AK. So let's see. Jules is denying him of that opportunity.
Yeah, he's just stuffing all the attempts for AK to gain, to rack up some damage and really show why Akuma is such a threat in this game. But no, he's just blocking all these demon flip attempts, but he couldn't block that, he couldn't avoid that grab, didn't duck it. Now Jules trying to find his opening once again, but AK started changing things up now.
Okay, Jules is up 2 rounds. AK's got to be super duper careful here. Otherwise, AK, this could cost him this entire set. This is a best of 5. Jules only has 1 win away. Good punish.
He's so on point just watching those lows. Now AK is fully fed. He has 2 meters to utilize.
Oh
Jules,
my god, goodbye.
Yeah, he's just
what the hell?
GG, shake my hand. Oh no, not yet. Okay.
Oh.
This could be a huge comeback. No, goes for the mid. All right. I thought, GG, shake my hand. I'll see you at the final round. That's what Jules says. And now he can actually make a comeback from happening.
Oh, what a block by AK.
Huge opportunity for AK to just gain the momentum now.
Okay, now Jules. It's kind of the tough situation right now. FF2 connects. AK has almost 2 bars. There it is. All right, goodbye. It was nice meeting you.
Bars, yeah, he's gonna use that bar just to collect some damage here. Thank God there's no walls down 4. Watch out. Oh my God. Sidestep the fireball. Now jumps away. Excellent sequence there for AK. Knew he was gonna go low. Jumps away from that load and goes for that that jump in kick. And we're all tied up here at the winners finals.
There's a reason why these 2 guys are the best in the Philippines right now. They can take it to a final round, ladies and gentlemen. Things are just heating up. Potch, what do you think of this set so far?
Yeah, I think Jules was able to, feel at least take it to that final round. It was still quite competitive, so I don't think he's going to shift away from that bob. I think he just needs some minor adjustments because him bringing out the Akuma definitely put a wrench in what was the game plan of Jules. So maybe take it to a comfort stage, maybe the one with the Syria, maybe geometric plane. You will kind of grant AK that wall though, and he does thrive like cornering people and also bullying people to try and get out of that wall situation. But this is the Akuma of AK, so yeah, Jules has his work cut out for him.
That is absolutely true. So there's a chance that we might see a Heihachi pick from Jules at this point. But hey, Bob's been working out so well for him. I don't think there's a point in him changing character.
I don't know. Your instincts have been on point, kid. I wouldn't be surprised if he does go with the Heihachi now. But
oh my God!
No, he's gonna go with Jin. Whoa. Okay. A little bit off, but you still got one of the. It's still technically Mishima bloodline, so yeah, 2 points for kid. Circle gets the square for kid. Anyway,
A for effort, you know.
Wow. A for effort, yeah. Oh, whenever he dons this white attire, he's like all business. And I just want to take it to pro wrestling when you see, yeah, exactly, yeah, dude. He's going to go for that win, but will AK allow it? Does he know the script? Does he know the sequence?
All right, let's see though. Let's see if things are going to change here, because Jules does have a proper answer for Demon Flip, which is Magic 4 for Jin, but this time though, big whip on the part of Jules, and AK punish him perfectly.
Now we see AK again getting that balcony break is huge, but Jules says, I'm still going to stand here and you're going to catch these hands. Trying to go for that demon paw. Grants AK that rage, and Jules making sure he just avoids that fireball. Oh, eats one in the process of trying to close out that distance. Oh, a little shy of that demon paw. Jabs him out of the air, and Jules Savage Swords his way to get the round.
That is really good stuff from Jules here. AK adjusting yet again. He does have a stick of butter here. Look at that. He built one already. Jules better be extra careful. Good block on the low.
Nice defense on the side of Jules. We are seeing his levels in his gameplay when it comes to this. Nice block again, just avoiding the meter usage of AK. Now, down 4s are landing. Good block. No punish on the side of Jules, but still able to mitigate the offensive AK. And the interrupts are happening on the side of Akuma. Can he find his opening once again?
Oh my God, he follows up the combo. Now one more mix-up could do it. AK could be in big trouble here. Down 3. Oh, that's dead.
Call an ambulance. Not for me.
Not for me.
And he gets the second round. Oh, wow. That was Jules' round to win. But, man, and AK in those scrambly situations, you got to give it up to him. He just loves the chaos, and he just comes out on top. He knows that it's going to be a highlight. It's either he'll be made a highlight reel or he will make the highlight reel.
That's right. And now Jules still wants to keep him that wall, but AK, he's scared to approach AK simply because of that meter potential. It's so crazy. And now Jules trying to keep him with the axe kick. Still, he's being kept out by AK right now.
Rage is available on the side of Jules. AK has a meter to work with. Tries to go for the corpse thrust, and now AK trying to jump in on him. Jules not looking too healthy, especially with the time winding down. AK a little outside of Rage. Had some meter to work with, tried to jump in, but Jules punishes him for him. This is a great position for Jules to be in since AK doesn't have Rage. Stuffs the usage of that meter. Down 4, cements the lead. He can run away with it. Jules, will he go for Hail Mary low? Gets stuffed. AK now 1 point away from moving on to the grand finals.
Yeah, Jules had to do something right there, or otherwise it would have been a timeout. But AK right now, he wants to run away with this. He does not want to face Jules any further. He wants to close it out. Can Jules follow up with the combo? Yes, he can. That's such a hard combo to do, by the way.
Yeah. From a counter hit 4 to the rising 4, immense precision on Jules' side. Down, back to 1, back to 1 once again to seal the deal. Final, kid.
Final round, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna take this? Who's gonna be sent to losers? We're gonna see in just a few moments. AK gets caught out of the air, gets the wall combo in. Jules dishes out a lot of damage. Oh, that could have been a really big punish for AK.
Huge. Okay, down 4 just to create that distance. Another one. Jules has to watch his legs. We know that AK can just spam one move and get the win with that. Just a mental stack, right? FADC. But no, he just interrupt. Jules defies it and just tries to go for the offense. Tries to move away there. But AK again goes for another meter usage. And this is going to hurt a ton for the side of Jules. And that is it. AK cements his spot and marches his way to grand finals at the expense of Jules.
Okay, so this is how it went out, right? He just dashed up, did down 3, and that was it. That was all she wrote.
GG, shake my hand. All right, see you at grand finals. Oh my god.
Can you imagine the amount of courage AK has to have to dash up to Jules and do down 3 and do a full FADC combo? That's
let alone it didn't work out the first time, right? Jules was able to find the opening, able to hop kick him away, and he tempted fate again. That's the kind of player, that's the kind of madman that AK is. He will tempt fate. He will either be made a highlight or he will make the highlight reel, and he does cement himself and go to the grand finals. GG's on both sides.